What's good, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets. I'm here with my partner Reoz, bringing you guys some NFL Thursday night action over here on Prize Picks. Right now, we got the Buffalo Bills going to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots. Right now, the Bills are favored by 3.5 points. Usually, these games are set at a lower total. Not only is it a division game, but usually these two teams are playing in some very crazy conditions. And right now, we're in New York, and there is unbelievable winds right now, so they could be traveling that way, towards New England, which could have some effect on the game and the total as well. We saw last year that crazy game where they played in the absolute blizzard in Buffalo. These two teams know each other really well, so I'm actually really excited for this game and a really good Thursday night game that we pretty much haven't had in, I'd say, quite some time. The Thursday night schedule so far this season's been a little lackluster, but when it comes to props, me and Riaz have been performing really, really well. We've been hitting on these island games not only Thursday nights but Monday nights. We've been doing really well for NFL. So thank you for tuning into the video. We're wrapping up November. We're into December now. November was a really good month for us, especially over on the Patreon, and Riaz will tell you about that.
Yeah, we had a really good month of November, and when it comes to December, Prize Picks goes all out for Christmas, for the New Year. So this is definitely the best time to join over on the Patreon. I don't know if you guys were playing last year, but they did the 10 or 7 days of Picksmiths. We have NBA and NFL for Christmas Day, so there's going to be a ton of discounts, a ton of ways to win money, and we want to give you the best chance possible. And by doing that is not only checking out our YouTube videos, but it's also joining the Patreon. You're going to get a ton of picks from us to give you options on who to play, overs and unders. So highly recommend. We dropped it from $20 to 15, so amazing value over here on the Patreon. So highly recommend checking it out. It's going to be linked in the description below, and you can also find it at patreon.com/upstate.
And as always, we're on Prize Picks. If you're a new player, if you're looking for a deposit match, you can use promo code UPSTATE. They will match your first deposit all the way up to $100. Awesome player prop website. We've been playing it for over a year now. We wouldn't want to go anywhere else for our player props. It's a very fun way, the way you can mix and match sports. Thursday night, NFL, NBA stuff. We have two videos, multiple player props to be discussed. Easy way to potentially win some money over here on Prize Picks. So let's dive right into the video, man. I'm gonna go with someone in the receiving yard, someone you took last week, actually smash for you. Someone I've been taking on the Patreon. It seems like week after week, and who's been playing really well for us, and that's Rhamondre Stevenson, over 31.5 receiving yards. And you look at the game. Depending on the weather, I still like Rhamondre Stevenson in this matchup because he's really just catching balls that are just dump balls. Even though he is breaking away those dump balls, he's averaging about 7.5 yards per catch right now, compared to 6 on the season. He's been playing really well in his last 5. You can see 54.5 in his last 5. And back-to-back running backs have hit this line against Buffalo. Last week it was the combination of Chubb and Hunt. Both hit their respective lines. And the week before that, Dalvin Cook hit their receiving line for the Minnesota Vikings, as well as Justin Jefferson. So this Buffalo defense is not as good as people may think. They sit around middle of the pack when it comes to receiving yards per game that they're allowing to opposing running backs as well as wide receivers. They're really banged up on that side of the ball. And there's no Damian Harris in this matchup as well. He left that game with a thigh injury. Even if he does play limited, it'll more likely eat into Rhamondre Stevenson's rushing total rather than his receiving total. He's coming off his career high 10 targets. He caught 9 of those balls. I really like the way they've been using him. Mac Jones seems to be really comfortable with him, and that's a really good way to bail out when this Buffalo front starts giving pressure to Mac Jones. Dump it down to Rhamondre Stevenson and let him work. So love this matchup for him. This line's going to go up, I think, to 32, maybe 33. I still like it at there as well. So take the over on him.
Love this pick. I love what you had to say about him. His line definitely probably should go up. It's only a couple yards higher than it was for Thanksgiving, but I really love this line. So definitely one to take. I'm going to jump over here with the Bills running back in rushing yards with Devin Singletary. And this is somebody who definitely needed Zach Moss to get traded. James Cook really isn't cutting into any of his time. He's been getting the majority of the workload, and in his last 6 games, he's had 5 games over 13 carries. It's something that we really haven't seen from him. I know this New England defense is one of the best in the league, but they do give up big games. They also have to worry about Josh Allen running the ball. And the way I think this game is going to go, if there is weather or not, Josh Allen is and this Buffalo team is going to get off to a hot start. It's just what they do. And they use Singletary in a great way to kind of control the game, control the lead. And he's done that in back to back games now. He's hit this line. And at 54 and a half, I think it's just too low for the usage he's had. He's been averaging right around 5 yards per carry, which has just been phenomenal. We've even seen games where he's had 17 carries and he's had 7 yards per carry, 6 yards per carry. So he's super effective when he is getting his touches. And the fact that he's finally getting upwards to 15, 17 carries a game makes this line even better for us.
Yeah, we saw Singletary smash in that playoff matchup against them last year as well. 16 carries for 81 yards. Obviously was a blowout going towards Buffalo's way, but he's had good games against them in the past, so which is very promising in this matchup. Like you said, whether prohibited or not, we don't know what is going to go on in terms of that game. You know, could be snow, could be high winds. We're not sure yet. We'll know as later goes on. But I think going to two running backs on the slate is obviously the best option here. And I really like these picks. We're going to punch these two in for a two-pick power. If you guys are chasing more money, you can do a 10x, would be four picks for a power play. They do a 25x option, which would be 6 players. You can do obviously mix and match college basketball. You can do some NBA stuff, mix and match with some of these guys. Drop a comment down below as well if you like these picks or if you want to talk about any other picks on the board. And be sure to go check out the Patreon, man. Like you said, Reoz, $15 a month. Amazing value for picks from me and my partner Reoz as well. So thank you for tuning into the video. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.